Hi everyone, it's Reece from the Conveyor Shop. I'm just going to briefly talk you through how we turn down one of our drums. Here at the Conveyor Shop, we make all of our drums in-house. We turn our shafts down ourselves, and we also weld in the end plates all ourselves, and then we turn it down. Now I'm just going to briefly show you how we turn our drums down. Right, before we start, safety first. Before we get started, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the machine. This is our lathe. This is the bigger one out of the two. This is the one that we use to turn down the drums on. The other smaller lathe we use pretty much to turn down smaller diameter shafts on. Before getting started, I make sure all the guards are still working all nicely, and I make sure my chuck and everything else is done up nice and tight there. And then once that's done, I can create the right RPMs and I can get it turning. Right, now I need to face the side of my drum off, because what we do is we cut our drums over on the bandsaw and then we face them off on the lathe just so we know it's a nice square end cut. So I know this drum needs to be 650 mil. However, at the moment it's 654. So I need to take 2 mil off either end. So now I'm going to show you how we face one end off. Right, first of all, you want to run the machine and then you want to tap your cutter on the very end of your drum, so then you can zero it and then you know to take off 2 millimeters. At a time, you don't want to take off just 2 millimeters in one. That's a lot to take off. So you want to do it little bit by little bit. I personally go half a mil at a time. Let me know what you guys think. Right, now that we've faced the side of the drum off, I'm now going to face the face of the drum off. I know this wall thickness is 12.5 mil. I'm only going to take off 3 mil, so it's just nice and flat, which then is a lot easier for us to crown the drum, which is better for belt alignment. Right, first things you want to do then is you want to get the cutter and you want to touch it just on the wall of your drum, so then you can zero it. Now I know that this wall thickness is 12.5 mil. I'm only going to take off 3 mil, because then that leaves me still a good chunky wall of 9.5 mil to put a crown on the drum. Right, so I'm going to take off 3 mil off the face of this drum. 3 mil is a lot to take off just in one run. So I prefer to take off half and half. So I'm going to take off 1.5 mil first run and then 1.5 mil in the second run. Right guys, as you can see in the video, the first 1.5 mil pass did really well and there's only a little bit of the skin left on. So now I'm going to do the second pass of the 1.5 mil. Right guys, so as you can see, this is the second pass of the drum. It did really well, it faced it off really nice and it's running nice and true now. Please follow, like and share for part 2, where I'm basically going to show you how to crown the drum. I put a chamfer on the drum, and obviously we've only done this side of the drum at the moment, so then I need to turn this drum around and then we'll do the exact same process to this side of the drum. Cheers guys, thank you.